Hey, everybody, I'm Adrian Denny here at the Salt Lake City studios of the home of the Grizzlies, 1320 KFan. I'm joined now live for our first interview by the new head coach and general manager of the Utah Grizzlies. It's Tim Branham. Tim, how's it going today?
Good, Adrian. How are you? Everything's going well with me.
Nice. Another hot day here in Salt Lake City as we hit about 100 degrees. You're back in Wisconsin. We'll get to that in a second. But, Tim, a week into this new job, how's it going?
It's going good. You know, I'm excited. I've hit the ground running here and talking to agents and talking to players and trying to hook up with a new affiliation, so everything's going really well.
A lot of stuff on the go. We thought it'd be a smooth transition for you just with all the stuff you did in Reading in this league, coming in as a head coach, obviously for the first time, and I know you were ready for it and knew it was going to be a smooth transition of coming in and hitting the ground running on the recruiting, on the affiliation, and getting everything ready to go for October when the Grizzlies take on Idaho in their home opener on the 19th.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really excited. You know, obviously being in the league the last 4 years, I've got a great idea of the players that are around. I'm excited to recruit my own team and to put a team together that I think can compete for a Kelly Cup, and I'm extremely excited about that. Coming to Utah is great. It's an unbelievable area. The organization is fabulous. And I'm very excited to put together my own team and do some damage here in the West and see if we can't compete and have some success here in the playoffs.
We talked about it when you were in Utah over the 4th of July weekend when some of us got a chance to meet you and knew that you were our guy. So that was the first time you'd been in Utah since January of 2009. It was a trip for the Reading Royals. You had just joined them from Augusta, who had just folded. But it was a big trip for Reading, and it was your first chance to see Utah, which ironically is your first head coaching job.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I identified my wife and I identified Utah a couple years ago, actually, as a place we would love to go, and I would love to coach in. So I got really lucky, I guess you could say, this year that the opening came available. I was extremely excited, and you know, the first time I came here in Utah, to Utah, I was on the opposing team. So, but you know, right away with the mountains and the facilities, I was like, wow, you know, it's a fabulous place, and everybody gets treated very well. And so, when I had the opportunity to interview with you guys, I was extremely stoked. I was pumped, and it was the right time. The timing couldn't have been better. I'm ready for this opportunity, and I can't wait to get started.
Let's talk about what you guys did in Reading, because when you guys were in Utah, you were the worst team in the league, but all of a sudden Larry Corville becomes the head coach. You shortly thereafter became the assistant, and all of a sudden the Reading Royals became contenders in the ECHL, winning 2 division championships, 7 playoff series, and capped off by the 2013 Kelly Cup just over a month ago.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a lot of fun. You know, I came to Reading, played for Larry after you're right, we were the worst team in the league. We came out to Utah. That's exactly when Larry took over. Our previous coach got fired in Utah the morning we got there, and Larry took over, and it was great ever since. I mean, we ended up going around about 500 the rest of the year with the same exact players, which was great. And then the next season, I came in later on throughout the season, and started behind the bench with Larry. And that year we also went to the conference finals, lost to Cincinnati, who eventually won the Kelly Cup. We had a lot of success in Reading. You know, it's all about recruiting. It's all about getting the right players in. It's about creating a winning atmosphere and being structured and staying consistent, not allowing the players to deviate too much, but also giving them enough freedom to be creative. And we did exactly that in Reading. Larry did a phenomenal job recruiting, you know, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to bring that same winning attitude to Utah, that same recruiting work ethic, because it's hard work recruiting good players. You got to constantly be on the phone and just, you know, get your name out there, get Utah out there, let the players know that you're very interested. And I've been doing that, and I can't wait to see what the final product's going to look like. And you know, it's all about that. You know, players want to win. You know, that's the bottom line. They play hockey for a reason. They want to win. They want to move on to the next level. So I want the players that want to move up. I want the players that want to work hard, get out in the community, you know, and be part of that community. You know, not just sitting in their apartments, but getting out, making friends. You know, that's the great thing about minor league sports, is the fact that, the fans have the chance to interact with the players. So we're excited. I'm going to be bringing in a great group of guys, and we're definitely looking forward to October.
New Grizzlies head coach and general manager Tim Branham with us here on UtahGrizzlies.com. We come to you today from our Salt Lake City studios at 1320 KFan, the home of the Grizzlies. Well, Tim, I know when you came in, the organization basically told you, affiliation, what do you want to do? What are you most comfortable with? Let's talk about the affiliation scenario right now. What do you expect to transpire there, or do you want to be independent?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good question. I said from the beginning, I don't want to have an affiliate just to have an affiliate. I want an affiliate that's going to help us and also be a good opportunity for our players to get called up. So I've been talking to a lot of different teams. We're pretty far into the process right now. I believe that we're going to be able to have a commitment here soon. I'm hoping, and I think the fans are going to be very excited, no matter what the outcome is, and because the product on the ice is going to be great. But I think I've done a lot of legwork already, talking to a bunch of teams, and I think soon we're going to be able to have a decision, and I'm extremely excited about that.
Let's talk about the team on the ice, Tim. Let's flash forward to October 19th. It's opening night at the Maverick Center. You're behind the bench as the head coach. Take us through the game. What kind of team do you expect to see? What kind of games do you expect to play with the guys that you're going to bring in here and mold for 72 games to go into the playoffs?
Exactly. We're going to be an exciting team. We're going to be tough to play against, number one. Number two, it's going to be all about puck possession and puck pursuit. We're going to push the pace. We're going to be in better shape than any team we play against. So then, come the third period, come overtime, come late in the season, we're going to be there. We're still going to have our stamina, whether it's a 60-minute game or whether it's a four overtime period game. You can bet we're extremely tough to play against. We want guys grinding in the corners, but we want puck possession. If we have the puck, the other team can't score. So we're not going to give the puck up at all as much as possible. If we do, it's going to be in areas where we can retrieve it. And our players are going to be creative, and it's going to be a fast-paced team.
Tim, I like to look at trends, and I think you can tell so much about hockey teams and leagues in general when you look at the trends and seeing what's successful, what's winning teams' games. Let's talk about coaches. In the last 2 years, you've seen two coaches come into the ECHL that I think come from the same pedigree, the same background as you. John Wroblewski in Gwinnett, who worked with USA Hockey, was an assistant in Wheeling, a 40-game-a-year winner for the last 2 years, coach of the year. And then Brad Ralph in Idaho, who played in this league as well, coached 2 great years in the SPHL with Augusta. So I think those are the two examples of the new kind of coach in this league that you're going to win with, because it's a different generation of players. I mean, I can just tell the 8 years we've been in the ECHL, the difference in the type of people, the type of players you see in this league. And for that, it takes a different type of coach. It takes a coach who can relate to this generation. And I think that's why we've seen guys like Wroblewski, Brad Ralph, and now you coming out of a championship program in Reading that have had so much success.
You know what? You're exactly right. The players nowadays, they're a little bit different. You got to be able to relate to them. They want to watch video. They want to work hard after practice. They want to do the little things, and not being too far removed from the game, I know how to relate to them. I know when they need to be talked to. I know when they need to be left alone. And if you look, the coaches that are successful are the coaches that work hard. They're the hardest working coaches in the league. Coaching at this level is extremely difficult because you have to recruit so much, and it's the coaches who are on the phone, constantly working to recruit, bring players in if they need to, or recruit good players in the summertime. Those are the coaches that are successful. You look at Wroblewski, you look at Ralph, young, hungry guys who want to do well. Dean Stork, Larry Corville, those type of guys, Jared Scald, those guys work extremely hard. And, it's no coincidence or it's no secret why they're successful. It's all about work ethic, bringing in the right people, and sticking to the game plan.
Wrapping it up with new Grizzlies head coach and general manager Tim Branham. You're out in Wisconsin right now. It's your home state. You've run your own hockey school for the last 10 years, so you've been in business since an extremely young age. And now you come in here, head coach and general manager of an ECHL team, Tim. It's probably pretty similar to the challenges and the stuff you're doing every day running your hockey school, the stuff you're doing away from the rink.
Yeah, you know what? It's very similar, actually. I mean, you're right. For the past 10 years, so from my first year pro, I ran my own hockey school, and it's all about managing people, recruiting instructors, good instructors to come work at your facility, keeping the kids or the product structured, and organized, getting everybody on the game plan, whether it's your staff, which would be my instructors, keeping everybody up to date on what's going on, communication, keeping everybody positive and upbeat to let the kids have fun. It's very similar things that you run into every day in managing and organization and things like that. And I'm looking forward to getting things started in Utah. And my wife and I are extremely excited to move out there and to begin a new chapter in our lives.
And you'll be out here in the next couple of weeks. We'll introduce you to the season ticket holders, the corporate partners, and the fans at the Maverick Center coming up in August. And you'll be out here early August, it sounds like.
Yep, I will be after my camps. My wife and I will be driving out, take a couple days to drive out, and it should be the first week of August that we're out there, and we're extremely excited.
Tim, I know, especially after this interview, I think we have a bunch of really, really, really excited Grizzlies fans out there that can't wait to see the team, can't wait for October. It's going to be exciting. Thanks so much for joining us after school today. You told me earlier you're filling out the report cards. Week one of the hockey school is coming to an end. I'm sure you're exhausted. Get some rest. Look forward to seeing you in Salt Lake City and Utah at the Maverick Center coming up first week in August. Thanks again.
Appreciate it, Adrian. Thank you.